Abigail Lockwell here and welcome back to another WIP and Chat. Now WIP stands for Work in Progress. So yeah, if you're new here, get out whatever it is you're going to be working on, whether it's going to be cross-stitching, knitting, diamond painting, or whether you're just going to sit down and have a cup of tea. I am going to start with you this printed cross-stitch that my dad got for me a few Christmases ago. It is called Autumn, and that's what it's meant to look like. There we go. I don't know where he got it from, but yeah, it was a Christmas present. So yeah, I mean, if I can find a place that does it, then I'll link it below, but I have no clue where my dad got it from. So first WIP and Chat for the new year. This is wow, this is a strange. Happy 2022, everybody. I apologise, I'm probably going to be looking down a lot because, yeah, I've never done a printed cross stitch before. You know, I've done other types of cross stitch, but I've never done printed cross stitch before. And this one is on 11 count Ada, so it therefore the floss itself needs to be quite thick, so it's requiring me to use 3 strands of floss. If I was like cross stitching this on 14 count or 16 count, I would probably use like 2 bits of floss. But no, anyway, I hope everyone is doing really, really well. So this is really hard to do face to face while trying to look at a camera. I have no clue how much I'll be looking at camera, but yeah, this could be one of those interesting WIP and Chats. But no, anyway, I think we should get on. How was everybody's Christmas? Mine was okay. It was very tiring because we had my nieces, Alex and Esme, around for Christmas. So yeah, we actually had young children in the house, which we haven't had sort of young children around in a Christmas since I was a child, so yeah, that was quite nice, sort of, you know, seeing their little faces sort of light up and everything. But no, they had a really good time. But yeah, it was, you know, it was a nice day. But yeah, there was a bit of tension. I don't know why, but my aunt, my mum's sister, for some reason does not sort of like, will be incredibly petty. Does anyone have a relative that's like this, where they're just picky about everything? Like, you know, the slightest thing that's wrong, they'll pick up and go, oh, you need to do this better, or you need to do that better. And it's like, thank you, you're a guest in our house and you're just going to criticize the way we live. Thank you. Yeah, that is my Auntie Diana. So yeah, she often criticizes sort of. One year, I think it was a few years ago, so Josh had, I think it was 2 Christmas dinners one day because he was going between 2 households and he didn't want to be rude of like turning down food. So he, oh my gosh, I've got a knot in this already. This is why I don't like using 3 strands, because you always get more knots in it. Always. You always get more knots in. The more floss I need to use, the more knots I find I get in it. I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah, she was just criticising sort of, or she wasn't criticising the clutter in the house this time, thank God, because normally that's the first thing she does, is she's like, oh, how do you live like this, it's so messy. But no, yeah, she criticised Josh on eating 2 Christmas dinners one year. Sort of he was really full, and Josh has lost a lot of weight since we've been together. And she said, oh, with the size he is, I'm surprised that he's full up. And it was like, excuse me? But no, Josh was just felt very uncomfortable because she was making him feel incredibly uncomfortable. I'm really hoping that she doesn't realise that she's doing it, but I don't know. It's always so awkward. It's just like, he's tried to be nice with her, he's tried to be civil, but she's just not, you know, he's tried to be the better person and take the high ground, but it's kind of getting sort of harder now, to the point that he's actually threatening to not invite her, that he's spoken to me about, sort of, you know, if she carries on criticising us all, that she won't be invited to the wedding, which is a bit... So I don't know how that would pan out, but yeah. No, so it was also really weird because we didn't have my grandfather with us. There we go, that looks better. I'm not so conscious of myself looking down now, because he was in hospital still. My aunt actually went and visited him on Christmas Day, so she didn't do what she normally would do and stay around Christmas Eve into... oh, what is it called? Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, so she stayed from Christmas Day to Boxing Day. Thankfully, both me and Josh were working on Boxing Day. So that was nice for us because it meant that we avoided her and everything. But no, she sort of... PJ was very tired. And, you know, he'd asked Mum about, you know, if she wanted side plates, because normally we kind of do go a little bit posher with the way that we do things compared to every day. Normally it's like, if we don't have company around, normally we'll kind of sit and eat, you know, dinner on our laps. But obviously with Christmas it is quite a big day, so therefore we tend to sort of have a high tea in the evening and then after we've had our roast, so that way we're not like really full. We also have a cold buffet dinner as well. But no, it was... so Mum didn't really want side plates and butter knives, and you know, she made a comment on that, and my mum went, well, it was PJ that laid the table, and she just said, well, that explains it then. And it was like, Diana, seriously? Are you really gonna do this, like, here and now? This is awkward, especially as the fact that, you know, obviously both my nieces were there. Thankfully, Esme didn't know what was going on, and I don't think Alex even really knew what was going on, but it was just... it was a little bit, you know, it was a bit awkward, kind of, sort of, her behaving like that in front of my nieces. Because, you know, that would be something... and obviously, I'm her niece, so I was, you know, also a bit embarrassed about, like, oh God, this is my family, people. You know, my family is crazy. But no, sorry, I'm going to be in an angle. It's just easier for me at the moment. I had my booster shot, my COVID booster shot on Monday. And I haven't had it really today, but I have had back pain with this one, which is bizarre. You know, I've never, you know, I didn't get back pain with the AstraZeneca. I had AstraZeneca because of my asthma. Whoops, goes my needle. I had, you know, I obviously was on the list to be done in advance than most people of my age group just because of my asthma. So yeah, but I reacted badly again. I didn't sleep with the Pfizer. I had the Pfizer for my booster this time, so I didn't really sleep. I was going through my hot and cold sweats again. I was basically reacting like I did the first time that I'd had my AstraZeneca shot. I still reacted badly on the second shot of my AstraZeneca, but I didn't react, like, you know, as badly as this one. So yeah, I was getting hot and cold. I felt like a lead weight. And for the last 2 days, I have had really bad back pain, which I thought, okay, because it's in the area of my kidneys, I thought it could be my kidneys, which obviously did concern me. But the fact I haven't really had any pain today, it's, you know, that's a good thing that I haven't really had any pain today. Just because I think if I'd woken up with the back pain today, I would have been calling the non-emergency number and going, hey, this is going on in my kidney area. Please help me. Yeah, no, but no, I haven't had any pain today, so that is a good sign on my end, I think. That, you know, everything's all well. It's gone through my system. I've still got a bit of an achy arm, but I was told that takes a few days to go away. But this is the thing. It's like I didn't feel my achy arm yesterday. I just felt my back yesterday. I really hope we don't have to have a 4th booster because I do not want to react badly to that. I do not want another booster, thank you. I'm fine with being stuck with a needle 3 times because if you didn't know, I'm not a fan of needles, do not like them, so I don't like getting shots or anything. But yeah, you know, if it's going to save my life and stop me from going into hospital, then I'm for it. You know, I'll put my big girl pants on for that. But anyway, yeah, the week before Christmas, was it the week before? No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday, so the I can't think when it was. It was the Wednesday that we had the Christmas meal. I knew that. Like 2 days after we had the Christmas meal. So, yeah, we had Matrix come out in the UK. So we got it again. We got Matrix for America, like we did with Spider-Man. We got that before America. Sorry, I'm just trying to knot this so that it won't come out. I'm one of these people that I like to knot my things so they don't come out. But crumbs. If you cross stitch, are you floss licker or do you get one of the things? Normally I have one of those things, but I just can't be bothered to. I really haven't done anything that I've needed to do today. It's been a chaotic day for me. Sorry, I'm going to be moving positions quite a bit because, yeah, it'll be easier for me. So, yeah, we had Matrix out. And it was a 15, so we haven't had any of these for a while. We've got everyone's favourite topic, ID disputes! Oh my god, the ID disputes. We even had signs up saying, you know, you will be asked for ID. And that's purely because, you know, obviously it's 15, it's an age restricted film. We need to verify that we are letting people in that are of age. Because say if we get someone from the council in, then, and they find out that we've let somebody in that was underage, then we get fined, the parents get fined, they also go to jail, and yeah, everyone basically gets fired. So yeah, that's not something that any of us really want to happen. Yeah, so first showing, it was in the IMAX. No, the IMAX is still working, it hasn't broken yet, but we did have screen 6 go round, which is the screen that's next to the IMAX, go down a couple of days ago. That was fun. So yeah, now this first one, you know, I felt a little bit sorry because it was the dad's birthday and he was taking his girls to see The Matrix because, yeah, for his birthday. And the girls, they had no ID on them. And I obviously said, I'm really sorry, it's the law, la-di-da-di-da, that whole thing. One of the girls starts crying. You know, I did everything that I could, you know, I tried to swap them, but they just wanted a refund because that was the only thing that they wanted to see. So, yeah, with that one there was really nothing that could be done. You know, if you know, you drive a long way and you really, and your child hasn't got ID, you know, just make sure they've got a photo of their passport or something, just so that we can verify who they are. But when the father booked the tickets, we hadn't had the confirmed age rating yet. So it just said TBC, which means to be confirmed. And basically when we have the age certification release out, that's when we have to act. So basically, if it's been TBC and then suddenly we find out it's 15, like The Matrix, you know, then we have to act upon it. We can't just take it lying down. We can't just be like, yeah, you're 15 in a day, you can go straight through, because then that's you know, that's us breaking the law and results in us losing our jobs, which I would really rather not do. I would really rather not lose my job. But yeah, no, so I offered to get James for them, who was the manager, and the dad was obviously arguing his case, but it was like, as James said, you know, it's like selling alcohol. We can't, you know, we can't let them in if we can't verify, because obviously we don't know them. But yeah, I know the certification, the age certification is different in other parts of the world. So I think America have got like the certification of 13, like 13, PG-13 or something. But they have some certification. I'm not an expert in the international international film aging, but I know I know it was 13 something, and we had a parent. I wasn't here for this, but I heard it from one of my team leaders. We had a parent that was like, that they were like, they couldn't go in. He was like, what does it say there? And he said, it says TBC, because when he booked the ticket, obviously the age rating hadn't come up. So on their booking, it would have said TBC no matter what. And he said, yeah, it says TBC. So that means obviously to be confirmed. And he was like, oh, but I looked up and it's supposed to be a PG-13, which means you can go see it. And he was like, yeah, that's in America. That's a different film board. So yeah, they were trying to argue to get in, but it was like, yeah, no, you're not in that country with this, where this film's come out. You know, you're not in like America where that age rating is, so therefore you're not coming in. But oh god, yeah, that wasn't the only 15 to come out. On Boxing Day, I'm going to be toing and froing in this. It's going to be weird and chaotic. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I think. A weird one, but like I say, I haven't really had any time to really sort of sit down and record this, and my table where I would normally be doing my diamond painting, underneath it is a complete tip and I can't be bothered to clean it. So I was like, well, how about we do a face to face and we cross stitch. So yeah, that's basically what I decided to do. So Boxing Day, we had the new Kingsman come out. Now, in this country, every single Kingsman, including this one, has been a 15. Everyone has been a 15. This one's no exception. Again, we've had a lot of people, you know, coming in with their kids that do not look of age, and yeah, then them kicking up a fuss because we won't let them in. It's just, yeah. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's just really a little bit stupid sometimes, especially when it's like film franchise where they have all been 15s. It's like, you know, Matrix, when that originally came out, I believe that was 15, but that was back then. You know, obviously, you know, if you watched the Matrixes now, I don't think they would be. I think they'd be classed as like a 12A. But yeah, so we've had to turn a lot of people away from that because they haven't had ID. Yeah, I always have a rule with ID of, I don't care if you're the Queen of Sheba. If you can't prove to me how old your son is, you ain't getting in. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, no, we've had a few issues with ID with Kingsman, I think, but I don't think we've had that many. None have really. Oh, actually, yes, we have. Yes, we have. Haha. No. Before I skip ahead. Boxing Day. So I was saying that came out on Boxing Day. and, you know, family got stopped because the kid didn't have ID. And, you know, the dad was just arguing with my team leader, Darren, and it was absolutely hilarious because I was hearing it from my till, and I was just, in the back of my mind, I was chuckling. I really was chuckling because of the logic that this guy had. And sort of, you know, after he got his refund and everything, he turned to my team leader and said, "It's Christmas, you know, just give a little." And it was like, excuse me? No, sorry, no. The Lord does not take a holiday. Last time I checked, the Lord did not take a Christmas holiday, so therefore us enforcing it doesn't get a Christmas holiday. If anyone wants to tell me that the Lord's taken a holiday, yep, you're more than welcome to. If you want to tell me that the Lord does take a Christmas holiday, then yep, then yeah. We'll stop enforcing it on particular days, but yeah. But, oh my gosh, we all make jokes when stuff like that happens. Because, you know, they are quite funny, some of them, but it was like, because obviously we'd get fined a lot, which is actually about £10,000 in UK money. That's how much we'd get fined if we let an underage kid in. We always sort of talk about it and jokingly say, well, if you're willing to pay the £10,000 that it's gonna, you know, cost me if we get found out, then yeah, I'll turn a blind eye. But if you're not, then yeah, no, not getting in. But yeah, it's just an ongoing joke that we have, you know. I think even if somebody did give us the money, we probably would still be like, oh yeah, thanks for the deposit, but your kid's still not coming in. So yeah, no, we've had a lot of people, you know, complaining about us IDing and it being Christmas and stuff. So yeah, that's all the ID action that I have for that. So the Thursday of that week, so the 30th of December, it was my uncle's funeral. So, you know, that was a very, very emotional day for me and my family. Going up to Ealing in London to, you know, say goodbye it was very emotional. I did a reading which was Bilbo's last song from The Lord of the Rings, and my granddad had only just come home, I think a couple of days before, so and there was no way that he was going to get up to Ealing for the funeral. So we had a video link, so like Skype, so he could watch the funeral that way. Yeah, it was very emotional. My uncle was a massive Doctor Who fan, and when they were closing the curtains, the original theme tune to Doctor Who was playing. So to send him off, people, his girlfriend Sophie had sort of had a last minute idea to sort of, for people to bring their sonic screwdrivers, and while that was playing, for people to hold him up and, you know, sort of send him to another dimension, as it were, which I thought was a really great idea. We didn't know about that until we got there, but I managed to find an app on my phone. So I buzzed him with a sonic screwdriver that was on my phone, and oh my gosh, that was absolutely hilarious but brilliant at the same time. And yeah, it was very emotional. We all cried, and you know, it was like after that it really hit me that he'd gone, and sort of straight after the service when people were like coming out to the family, I was very quiet. You know, I didn't really say anything. People sort of came up to me and were like, you know, oh, you read really well and everything, but yeah, it was emotional. It was very emotional, and I had to go to work the next day, but I only really survived an hour, just because I was really in no fit state to work. You know, my manager James thought it might be a nice distraction for me. That was the only reason he did that, but it was just, I couldn't. I was just a complete and utter mess the day after. It just hit me in the face so hard. But yeah, no, I mean, it's all gone now, and it's all over now, and it's, you know, I am starting to start that healing process now, which is good. So yeah, that's you know, that's one good thing, because it's like, I still couldn't believe that he was gone. It was only when we were kind of walking behind the coffin to Queen's, these are the to Queen's days of our lives, there it was kind of like, oh gosh, yeah, this has happened. He actually is dead now. And oh, horrible. It was such a hard day. And I just, yeah, I just really needed some time to just actually really, you know, get it into my mind that, you know, he had actually gone. And he has a really nice friend, Joseph, who again is a big Doctor Who nerd, and also is the reason why my uncle got into 3D printing. He is actually 3D printing a version of the TARDIS. You know, one of the many sort of reincarnations of the TARDIS, because the TARDIS has been redecorated by the doctor so many different times from his past regenerations. Well, from his past generations. So, yeah, he was 3D printing that. He never finished it when the time that of his passing. So his friend Joseph is going to finish it, and it was actually going to be going to a museum. And yeah, so his friend Joseph is going to be finishing that, and then it's going to go to a museum. And he said that when it's finished and it's all ready, he's going to let us know which museum that it's in. And we will go and see it. So yeah, that'd be a nice thing. Also, next Monday it's going to be quite hard for me because I'm going up to the flat again with my aunt and my mum, just to sort some stuff out. I think that will probably be like the last time that we really go up to the flat. That will certainly be the last time that I go to the flat, I think. But no, it's just been really hard the last couple of weeks, but you know, I'm getting there. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there very slowly. Right. I've got to think now what else there is, because I had so much in my mind before I started doing this WIP and Chat, and now it's like all going my brain's just gone to mush. It's just been a really long day. Funeral. Oh yes, New Year's. So New Year's was interesting. New Year's, that was quite fun. Yes, I saw the New Year in with a glass of bubbly, my PJ and his friend George. Let's just say George was fairly sozzled by the time it got to midnight. You know, we all went out front, you know, when the fireworks and stuff were all going off, and George was dancing in the middle of the road. Thankfully, there weren't any cars coming past. Thank God for that, because otherwise I don't want to know what would have happened. Probably been a George sandwich, because he was very off his face. But yeah, no, my car, I did pop a bit of champagne on her, just because I wanted to, and I felt like doing it. So yeah, I did that. The reason we'd gone out front was because we were watching fireworks, all the fireworks that were going off. So yeah, it was very pretty. There was some that were actually going off on our road that you know, we did sometimes jump, because sometimes it's we'd turn around to look at one direction, and all of a sudden kaboom from behind, and you'd see the end of this really pretty sort of firework that had, you know, erupted from behind us. But yeah, no, so that's, in a way, that's kind of really it at the moment. I have been on a massive cross stitching kick. I haven't really like diamond painted it. I haven't touched Alice Lost in a really long time. I've mainly been doing my Hello Beastie, which is, I was going to do that, but then I couldn't be bothered to clean underneath, so I could get some foot room, so I could diamond paint on there, but yeah, so I just decided that I would just cross stitch instead. Where is it? There it is, it's behind me. So this is my cryptid stitch along from the Witchy Stitcher. So as you can see, I've done Mothman, the Enfield Nightcrawler, no, not the Enfield, the Frosco Nightcrawler. Anyway, it's a Nightcrawler, all the Haunted Pants, the Enfield Horror, Jersey Devil, the Chupacabra, Hopkins Goblin, the Frogman, no, yep, Frogman, the Jackalope. Then on the other side we've got the you've got the Yeti and the whoo. And I did the Loch Ness Monster yesterday, which some of you will have seen the image of on my Instagram. This one, where the mark is, where my stitch marker is, that is where I'm going to start the Denver Demon. That would have been a fun thing to have covered when I was doing my spooky videos. Yeah. There are a few things on here that I would definitely like to have covered. I think definitely like some of these ones would be have been a really fun to have done, but you know, things like that. You know, it's you know, we can't do everything, but hopefully next Halloween this year is going to be a lot more sort of fun, and I'll be able to do a lot more, because, you know, in a way, I guess it kind of was a sort of, I decided pretty late on that I'd do it. So yeah, I think I will definitely be more prepared, and I think next year I'm gonna start with the video I was meant to record, which was Annabelle, because I can tell that's going to be like a really long one. And yeah, I've also got some other ideas as well, like obviously coming from this. Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm doing with it after. I'm going to do something with it, but I don't know what. I'm trying to think if I can think of anything else. Oh yes, this week we went to my friend Savannah's house, who works, she's my favourite team leader, but she stopped working at Cineworld last year in October, I want to say. So that was sad when she left. But yeah, she worked in a craft store chain. And she said that there is going to be a team leader position there opening up. So I could be working from 7 in the morning till 8 at night. So yeah, it would be, I'm thinking of when it comes up that I'm probably going to go for it, because it's going to be a little bit more than what I'm on at the cinema at the moment. And also I need a career change, because it's just, you know, the cinema, the place that I work is just draining, and I'm pretty sure that I've been passed over for nominated team member again. Because this was one of the conversations that we got into at Savannah and Kieran's house, is that, you know, they've been going for a lot of new people, and it's like, don't, because a lot of us were told when we joined that our loyalty would be rewarded, and it's obviously not being rewarded. So yeah, it just, I've kind of like decided that enough is enough with that place, and when it comes up I'm going to apply. And yeah, so hopefully I'll be getting a new job fairly soon, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's it for the moment. Yeah, I really can't think of anything else that I need to put in this. I'm sorry that it was quite short, but yeah, it's just been a hell of a day. I really haven't had time to do everything that I've wanted. I was going to record another video today of something that I've wanted to do, like I wanted a video that's been in my mind to do for a really long time, but I just haven't been able to do it. So I'm probably going to try and do that on Sunday-ish. But yeah, hopefully, and that's going to be something that I am going to need another day off for, because it's going to be a thing that's all day. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button and think about subscribing, and I will see you guys later. Bye!